What a beautiful day out on the river. It is unbelievably clear out here today. It is just beautiful. As you guys saw by the title, you know exactly what we're doing today. We're gonna be fishing my local river and seeing what we can catch and making it an uncut video. No crazy drone footage, no fancy cameras, no crazy editing. Just me, a rod, and my local river. It is just beautiful out here today. There is not another person, home, or anything for miles. All it is a river, a whole lot of eagles, and hopefully some really big fish. We're gonna start out fishing some topwater. It is, I think, 3:30 in the afternoon. Might not be the most optimal time for topwater, but you know what? What is that? Is that a beaver, otter? I'm not really good with my species. I thought that was a big muskie. I almost got excited for a second there. Look at him. Hopefully you guys can see him. Well, first wildlife of the day. That is awesome. I'm honestly really not good with my species. I should probably figure this out. It's a little embarrassing. Beaver, otter, it's an animal. That's about as far as I've gotten so far. Isn't that something? That is so cool. Wow. I don't think I've seen one in this river yet. He is not afraid at all. Look at him. Just beautiful. Wow. We're gonna keep on fishing. There is usually a whole lot of fish out here, so you really never know what you're gonna catch. There is everything from walleye, smallmouth to muskie, catfish. It is awesome. When you're throwing topwater, you never know what's gonna bite your line. This stretch of the river usually takes around 3.5 hours. So we're gonna get fishing, start casting, and make use of our time. I'm gonna leave the camera on the whole time. You guys are gonna see everything I do. All the casts I make, all the trees I hit. Hopefully, we won't flip the kayak like we did 2 years ago. Let's get fishing, guys. This is just beautiful out here. Hope you guys enjoy. Sit back, relax, and let's catch some fish. I'm gonna try not to hit these trees here. There is one thing about this river. It is very, very dangerous. Like I said, I have tipped, and it was not very fun. Only place I've ever tipped my Hobie, 14-foot pedal kayak. Thought it was untippable until I made my way down this river. You just gotta be careful. Enjoy the scenery, but keep your eyes straight. These trees, I swear they're coming out of nowhere. Seems like a pretty good spot right here. We do have the trolling motor with us today because if you guys saw in the last video, or I think 2 videos ago, depending on when I post this, we broke the Hobie pedals. Wasn't really my brightest moment. Hopefully we'll catch something soon. Usually there's quite a few fish right up along this shoreline. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I don't scrape this here. A lot of you guys have been asking how I find fish on small rivers like this, how I find them, catch them. So I thought I'd make this, just kind of show you guys everything I do. Because all you guys ever see is 15 minutes out of the 6 hours of fishing. You guys are about to see just how good or bad this type of fishing can be. I have been down there a few times. There is some fish right up in that corner, but I want to try to make this run in less than 3.5, 4 hours, and it's like a 50-50 there's even a fish, and it's usually just a smallmouth. I've only seen muskie in there 2 or 3 times, so we're not really gonna mess with that too much. Look at that. That is one thing I do love about this river. There is so much wildlife, and there is never anybody else. It's very peaceful. Really lets you escape. Had a long day at work, long day at school. I'd come here and just relax. Start fishing, forget about everything, and have a good time. We're gonna keep on making our way down. There is not too much right here. I don't want to spend too much time casting at some of this stuff. I do want to hit that corner. We're gonna try to flip around here. We have something following it right behind it. I think it's pretty small though. Might just be a little baby smallie. There's a lot of small smallmouth, but there is also a lot of giant smallmouth. Like I said, I do like to cast into trees. I didn't even see that tree. Alright, let's not hit this tree. I really don't want to get out today. Sometimes you do have to get out and walk the kayak. But I just put on these nice fuzzy socks and I mean it's like 52 degrees right now. This water is not going to be warm. Make sure I'm recording. That would not be good. We'll make it past this tree. I got another charger charging right now. The one I'm using to plug into my GoPro is almost dead. We do have a few lures that I want to try today. I did bring another rod. I've got a crankbait on that one. If the bite's getting really good, I'm going to throw around a rat. As you guys know, I like to fish some really crazy stuff. I just ordered some new lures off Temu. Like I've said before, wouldn't always recommend using that website. But you know what? I gave them a fake name. What are they going to do? All right. There's one thing I will say about this river. On this stretch, the farther you go down, the better it gets. It always starts out a little bit small. It always starts out a little bit slow with usually smaller fish. But in about, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes, we get to some really good spots. Last time I was here, I had a muskie eat it twice and we missed him. So hopefully we can maybe get another chance at that guy. down a little bit here. I think this stretches around 4.5, 5 miles of water. Could be 3, could be 8. I honestly have no idea. I'm just kind of pacing it every time I go down. I think I've worked a total of like 20 something miles of this river. I fished the whole thing all the way into the Mississippi. So there's definitely a good stretch to fish. And I think I would say this is by far one of the best, if not the best. Let's make our way that way. Sorry if the trolling motor makes a little bit of noise. I wish I had my paddles. The battery just died? No way. It might be this one's dead. I'm not entirely sure. I brought 3 batteries. Just in case that did happen. I have the big one too, I just don't have the top for it. Little maintenance check here. Alright. Might just be dead. Try to be smart here. Make sure we don't hit anything. Hopefully this one's got a good enough charge for us. Otherwise, I have a fully charged 60 amp, which is way more than enough. I just don't have the cover for it. Oh, I don't even have it turned on. Now what? I'm so confused. It's gonna be as simple as figuring out why this guy doesn't wanna work. It's not dead. I think I've used these before for it. I might have just blew a fuse. I'm not entirely sure. I've used it before. It's not a big deal. Okay, why don't we plug this into the other battery? I'm surprised though, that's a little weird. I'd have just killed both batteries. Suppose we're using this one. I don't know how I'm gonna get it to stay in one spot, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so this battery does work, which is good. That would be a little bit of an issue if it didn't work. Shouldn't be too much longer. I should be able to just go like that. I wish I had the things that I could twist onto it. Because right now I don't have anything to keep it on because I can't take these ones off. Alright, we should be good. I'm going to pull this guy up and we'll paddle ourselves out of this. Starting to get a little bit warmer out here. This is really nice. As you guys can see, fishing isn't always rainbows and unicorns. There's always something that goes wrong. It's just the reality. It's just how it is sometimes. Hopefully we'll get this one figured out. That should be fine. Wow. This river is just low. Usually this whole thing's underwater, like way underwater. Alrighty, we should be good. Can't say I'm really expecting that to go anywhere. Alrighty. Yeah, this is usually all pretty deep underwater. It is very, very low. Seems like this whole year's just been low. Mississippi River is low. This river's low. All the other spots I fish are just extremely low. Minnesota has not gotten much for rain here this year. We got a good amount last week and coming up this week. Other than that, I mean, it has not been very rainy. Water's definitely cold. We should hook into something here soon. It is coming up to some pretty good spots. Squirrels up there. Surprised we haven't seen any deer. I've seen some pretty nice bucks crossing this river. There's some shallow spots and I've seen some really nice ones just crossing. A whole lot of does, turkeys. Haven't seen a bear yet though. I've been waiting. Definitely around. Might be a fish right up in here. I was not even looking where I was casting. Making sure we don't run up into that stuff. I think the plan is we're gonna go hard left. I don't like what it looks like to the right. Seems like the safest bet is going to be going left. We'll make one more cast and make our way down. I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen any fish yet. Usually I've got a few under my belt by now. That's all right though. We've got time. We're just getting started. I got a good feeling about today. I think we're gonna hook some really nice fish. There's some spots up here that are almost 100% chance of fish. I mean, it's not even a question. They're gonna be there. They always are. Coming up to them soon. Might have been just drawing too much power from these guys to run a trolling motor. That's probably what they're not exactly designed for. Sunny bright. Make sure I got my pliers, got my net. Alrighty, we are good to go. It's beautiful. Color of the trees, just a gift from God. How beautiful it is out here. Wow. All right, that was amazing. Once again, not paying attention. I do that way too much out here. I'm looking at all the trees, the animals, and I run into a tree. You only do that a few times before you learn. There's been a few times out here I've come out here to film a video, and I don't fish for the first 30 minutes. I don't even realize I should be fishing. I just start staring and get lost in the trees. That is definitely one of the best things about this river. I mean, just listen. What do you hear? Absolutely nothing. Caught about a 4 1/4 smallie right up around this bend here about a week and a half ago. So they're definitely in here. Usually there's something right in there. Interesting. Can't win them all. I really did think there'd be a fish there. There usually is. All right, we're just gonna keep on moving down. We got a couple more good spots coming up here. With how low it is, a lot of these fish might just be in the really deep holes. I got a crankbait. Do I have anything else that sinks really well? I'll have to look. Get it right up in front of that. Should be something right up in these little drop-offs. Oh, there's some fish under us. Not the target species, though. Well, that's a big trout right there. There's some giant brown trout in here. I had one of them eat one of my musky topwaters. Well, I shouldn't say eat. He went after it and missed the hook. Never actually ate it. He tried to, though. They can get aggressive. A lot of suckers, too. We're gonna keep on making our way down. It's a little hard to maneuver the trolling motor when it's on the right side. It always wants to go left. At one point I had one on each side, but too heavy putting 2 batteries on here. It was nice though. I want to go straight. I want to go left. I want to go right. I just kind of maneuvered myself around. I did kind of look like an idiot though. I'm gonna make sure everything is good here. Make sure everything's charging like it should be. Right in there. Sometimes switching up your action can get a finicky fish to strike. Doing something a little bit different, if you're reeling it fast, start slowing it down. If you're reeling it really slow, speed it up a little bit. Even that slight difference can get a fish to just hammer it. I prefer not to run into a tree. Okay, I'm gonna make sure my GoPro's charging here. I don't really think about how I'm gonna do that. I don't really want to take it off my head, so this will work. Let me just tap the back of it. I honestly have no idea if this is gonna work. Yeah, it's probably charging. Make our way past this. These trees are getting more and more every year. I feel like there wasn't this much last year. Interesting. I definitely must have blown a fuse or something on this guy. I might have an extra in here, I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that later. These rocks up here are usually pretty good. I saw a nice buck. Where was it? In between those 2 trees about a week and a half ago. There's usually something always up in there. Let's make our way that way. Little calm area right there. Might be something. No, maybe not. Tell you what though, bet you there's something right here. Really? I'm very surprised. Hopefully the fish aren't on vacation. Might be a little too shallow, but you never know. Might be something right up in this stuff. That's way too shallow. This whole area is just way too shallow. Not much areas I can fish. Interesting. How'd I even hook that? We're gonna go to the left here. I've never actually went this way, but I think you can get out. Kind of make your way right through it all. If not, I mean, it's gonna be an adventure. And right past it, there's a good spot that's usually quite fishy. I don't know how I just hooked that tree. Must hang over it. What are you doing? Whole bunch of little tiny fish. I'd really not like to hit anything today. And, well, looks like we're gonna spot right there. Too shallow. It is all just too shallow. Wow. Very interesting. So peaceful. You can almost fall asleep out here. Let's turn ourselves just a little bit. Oh, make sure we don't hit that too hard. Nice. I think this is the spot I'm thinking of right up here. Yes, I think it is. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's a monster. That's a giant buck. Look at that. What'd I say, guys? What'd I say? Look at him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pointer. Holy smokes. That's a giant buck. Oh, that gets me excited. That gets me excited. What did I tell you guys? There is some really big bucks here. Man, I got my hunting voice going. Oh, man, that just gets me so excited. Holy cow, he doesn't even move either. That is something, guys. That is something. That's a good buck right there. Holy smokes. I was just telling you guys, I've seen some big ones, and wow. That is, it's just, oh. I love, whew, gets me going. It's bow hunting season. Should be out right now with my bow. But instead, I'm gonna catch a fish right here. Just watch this. Ready? Wow. That's interesting. I almost always catch one there. It's just low. It's usually deep where you almost can't see bottom. This whole area is just so low. He's still there. Oh, now he's making his way back up. Wow. That gets me excited. That really does. Let's keep on making our way down. I'm really sorry we haven't landed a fish yet. This is very surprising. Usually by now I'm 4 or 5 fish in, especially on top water. Very, very surprising. That's not going to stop us though. We're going to hit this pretty hard. That deer has got me. Whew. If I was just in the tree stand. I was gonna make a hunting video last year because I shot one little 8-point buck. Not even little, it was a decent 8, but you guys get the point. I was gonna make a video, but just never ended up doing it. Had the cameras out there, and I'm telling you, I had all my cameras set up, everything ready. Out comes the buck. Last thing I wanted to do was turn on a camera. I honestly didn't want to ruin the moment with the camera. I was in the moment, took them down, just no cameras. Maybe this year I'll make a video out of it. I was just too focused on getting that deer. Would have been nice to look back at it, but it's all right. Can I grab that trash? No, I can't. It's way deep in there. Try to take out as much trash out of this river as I can. Usually I don't see any. Not many people actually come down this way. But if I do see anything, especially you guys too, if you see anything in your local rivers, ponds, lakes, even if it's not yours, it doesn't hurt. Just grab it. Throw it in your kayak, throw it in your boat. All you need to do. Clean up your river piece by piece. Especially when they're beautiful rivers like this. I mean, a little bit of trash just kind of ruins it. Don't want that in your rivers. I probably shouldn't be standing. They're gonna see me. I honestly think it's almost too clear. Because that's usually deep and you can't see under there. Now my question is, I mean, these are all the spots that hold fish. Now we gotta figure out, where are they? Those two last spots I've caught a lot of big fish out of every single time I come down this. What's different today? What makes that different? It's a little bit shallower, it's a little bit clearer. That might just be it. Interesting. Yeah, this river is just going down really, really fast. We're probably down 3 feet since I was here 2 months ago. Over the last 2 months of me fishing this, I've noticed probably, yeah, I'd say 3.5 feet down. Drop it down just a little bit for now. So this is where I saw the muskie, right up in here. Do I want to throw topwater at him? I can. He did chase after my big 8-inch glide bait. Wouldn't hurt to toss another glide at him. Okay. Please, please don't bite me off. I don't even want to tie this on. It's a $200 glide bait. I don't really want to lose it to a ski. And we're not going to throw that on. It's not even that. I don't want a bite mark in my glide. Maybe a little cheaper glide, but not really this one. I think it'd eat top. I don't see why not. I mean, it ate my my glide off the surface as soon as it hit the water. So clearly, it's probably hungry. I doubt it's still here. I mean, the chances of that would be so low. But hey, I wouldn't mind a second shot at him. Let me go like that. No, I'm not thinking he's still here. I mean, that fish, when he ate it like a freight train. Just got bit by something. No, he's not looking like he's there. He was sitting right under there. I'll smack a cast right where he was, right there. No, it was very doubtful that he'd still be in the same spot, but he was right under there in the shade. All right. Boom. I think that's actually really shallow right there. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I know this is technically supposed to be an uncut fishing video, but you know, legally speaking here, there's gonna have to be one cut. I will see you guys in like 5 minutes. Alrighty folks, we're gonna get right back to fishing. If you guys can't tell, we are at a completely different river. I decided my best chance today would just be to move. We fished a little bit at the first river, we didn't see anything, and that was my sign to just move, pick up the kayak, and throw it in a different river. And I know, technically today is supposed to be an uncut fishing day, in which actually it is uncut. All of the fishing today is gonna be completely uncut. I just decided to move to a different spot and throw the kayak in there. Hopefully that's alright with all of you guys. I mean, if we didn't see anything at the first spot, there is no reason it's staying. I thought we'd finish off the video and pick up where we left off at this river. That was a bite right there. Usually there's a lot more fish here, and we're throwing a spinnerbait. We can always switch to topwater later on, but honestly, these pike in here love spinnerbaits, so I think we're gonna have a pretty good chance at catching a fish today. Hopefully, we'll even get on something nice. Usually there's a lot of fish here, so we're gonna just keep casting and see if we can get something to strike over here. We do got about 2 hours until we get hit with a very crazy storm, so we'll give it our best here, fish it really hard, and hopefully get on a lot of fish. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's catch something today. I am in love with this spot right now. Seems pretty calm, which is good for today. It is about 6-7 mile per hour winds. Seems about the same as 3 hours ago at the other spot, so should be some fish here. I don't have a doubt in my mind we're not gonna catch something. Ooh, something was right behind it. Should be something back in here. Definitely looks like a promising spot, that's for sure. There's one. I knew it was a good choice to fish here. Especially right now with this weather. Oh, did you just break my spinnerbait? Come on, buddy. I just bought this thing, man. Well, get you right back in the water, buddy. Nice little pike. Nothing crazy, but it's only been I'd say maybe 5 minutes so far, so definitely was a good choice to switch over to this spot. Alright, I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna put on a different spinnerbait. That's a little disappointing. Just bought it. Broke it right off, man. That really does suck. Let me grab my spinnerbait box. Show you guys my favorite knot to use. There is a lot of different knots you can choose from. I like to do a uni knot. It seems to work for me. I mean, I've used it for pike, muskie, bass, Goliath grouper, sharks, you name it. And I have never had a problem with it. So we're gonna stick with the uni knot. I'll show you guys how I tie it on, and we're gonna get right back to fishing. All right. This river is definitely not as clear as the last river. They are connected though. The other river feeds into this one. So we're still on technically the same river, same part, just maybe 15 or 20 minutes away. And there is definitely a lot more water here. The biggest thing is it's not super shallow, so there's more spots for there to be fish here. I rarely ever throw anything but topwater at this river, or at least I should say this part of the river. But I know if you throw a spinner around, I've had days, I think my best day here was around 60, 65 pike in a day, just on spinnerbaits. Spinnerbaits, blades, that's what I meant. So we'll stick with this for now, and we can always switch to topwater. I don't usually run a leader with my spinnerbaits. I don't think I've ever really needed to. The majority of the time the pike aren't eating past right here. I usually use bigger spinners, but the little one should work as well. They usually just get this part. They're not eating past the metal on it anyway, so I usually never run one. If I do run into a problem where I'm getting bit off, I will throw one on, but for now we'll just stick with straight braid. See if there's any bass back in here. I would love to catch a few more here. Start out this part really strong. It was a little disappointing the first part we didn't catch anything. With how beautiful the water looked, that would have been awesome. Just wasn't worth my time to stick there. I didn't feel a need to spend another couple hours there with a chance of a fish. Didn't want to bore you guys too much. I probably fished that river 5 times this week, so we'll try something new. Let's move a little bit farther back here. I'm gonna take the trolling motor out of the water. Okay, let's do some good casts here. Beautiful. Should be something right there. I'd love to see a big pike or a big bass. There's usually a few of each, but occasionally you'll run into some absolute giant pike back here. I've pulled a few 40s, but that was last year. I'd assume there's still some bigger ones back here. It is definitely a beautiful spot with those trees down. I'm gonna try to slap a cast way back in there. Oh, I pulled it right into the weed. am I hooked right there? Oh, I see. Alrighty. Yeah, let's get out of here. I'll do a few casts right here just in case there is something. Then we're going to keep on moving down. Alrighty. We have got Halloween coming up here soon. I'm excited. Last year I was a fish. Maybe this year I'll be the fisherman. Switch it up a little bit. Anyone got any fun plans for Halloween? If you guys made it this far in the video, I'd love to hear what you guys plan to be doing. Halloween party, dressing up, going door to door, handing out candy. I'd love to hear what you guys got going on. Maybe any Halloween fishing tournaments, something interesting like that. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' plans, and I promise you, if you comment, you will get a response back from me. And that is a promise. My plans are, there is not much going on. Maybe I'll go to a party or two with some friends, see if there's any fishing events going on. I do want to go to an ice fishing show in the Minneapolis area a couple days before. We'll see how that goes. I'm slowly preparing for the ice season. I'm definitely getting excited. It is going to be a blast. That was 2 bites right there. Sometimes I have a hard time getting them to stick the single hook, especially with pike. But yeah, ice season is just right around the corner. It is going to be a blast this year. I'm hoping for the best. What just happened? He hit it, let it go, so when I set the hook, I didn't put a hook into him. There's a fish, though. Feels like a smallie the way it's smacking its head. Oh, might be a largie. Yeah, it's a largie. Nice one, too. Not sure what happened, buddy. Set the hook into you and you just weren't there. Almost yanked the rod out of my hand. Nice little one, though. Maybe 1.5 pounds. 2 pounds. Beautiful fish, that's for sure. Alright, buddy. I appreciate you for being a part of today's video. I'm going to give you a kiss and get you on your way. You have a good day. And there she goes. Alright. Let's get back out here. Oh, he was right behind it. Looked just like a little pike, though. Saw him flash on it. We'll keep on moving. I want to go a little bit farther up. This next little corner usually produces quite a few fish. Alrighty. Let's keep on moving. I'm actually going to slap one right there, right on the outside of these weeds. Ooh, something swirled down there. I'm gonna slap a cast. I always like to finish in my cast here. Can't tell you how many times I've had a pike eat it right at the kayak as soon as I'm taking it out of the water. They love to do that here. Follow it all the way in and eat it just like a muskie would. I'm surprised I haven't seen one over here yet. Ooh, there was a fish right there. Definitely a pike. You can see the swirl behind it. Usually you just feel the blade stop spinning and there's a pike at the other end. Okay, we're gonna keep on moving. I'm gonna try burning a plastic paddle tail through some of this stuff. Fairly weedless. Oh, oopsies. This thing's light. Should have brought the spinning setup with me for this guy. Usually there's some fish here that'll eat anything white plastics. I've caught a lot of them on little white curly tails while I'm fishing for crappie over here. They love the color white and chartreuse. It's got a pretty good action. Something's just gonna hammer this. Just hoping to see a walleye or two once I get up by the rocks. There's some nice ones on this stretch. Oopsies. Alright, we're gonna keep on moving. It's a little bit too weedy for my liking, but should still be a lot of fish anyway. Just gotta have to get through all the weeds first. Should be something over here. Surprised we haven't seen any pike chase after this. Alright. Let's try the blade really quick here and we're going to move on. Once we get up around this corner, there's usually a lot of rocks. And that white paddle tail is killer for the big smallmouth. It's like they just can't resist it. Oh, swirled on it right behind it. He might still be chasing it. I'm going to give it 2 pops. He's right behind it. I can see his swirl. Come on, smack it. Trying to slow it down. He might have lost interest. Alrighty, we're gonna go straight this way. Should be the fastest route to that side of the bridge. We do have a couple options. We could hit the right side, hit the rocks, or we could try to get back in that little corner back there and fish all that. I think for now and for today, we'll just stick to that side, hit those rocks, try to catch a few big smallmouth. There is also some giant pike along that side, so we got a good chance of that. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna hit this open area here. This is usually where a lot of pike are sitting. Stuck up in this little corner pocket here. It's gonna be hit or miss. Either there's a lot of fish or there really isn't anything. Alrighty, we're gonna keep on moving down. This first couple areas, spots we stop at are a little slow. We just gotta get back way down in there, which might take us a little bit. We're gonna fish some good spots on the way, but there is a few spots along this river, or I should just say along that bank line to my right, that is just incredible. We'll hit both this. Each side of these little pillars here can hold some pretty decent fish. I usually just throw topwater here, but ooh, something is right there. I think I'm gonna try this right here. Let's bring it across all this. There's gotta be a smallmouth or a pike right here. missed him. Kind of see where he swirled on it. The hook's so far up on this, it doesn't have the best hookup ratio. 0-2. What is going on? There we go. I'm gonna have to give these fish a little bit longer to eat. I'm so used to fishing pike that the last thing I want to do is give fish time to eat, because then they usually eat it past the leader. But I'll slap a cast back here and just give these fish a little bit longer after they eat it. My guess is little smallmouth. Harder to get the hook placed in them. Oh, really little guy. Holy cow. Little Argy. You, my friend, are just a baby. Get you right back in the water. There should be more of them. There's usually big schools of those little guys up in here. I'm just glad he got the hook. That's probably what was the last couple fish were just little guys not able to stick a hook in them. Alright, let's try a different approach right here. Let me try. Why did it stick right there? There we go. There's got to be more than just that one fish. Alright. A few more casts, we'll move on down. Okay. I'm gonna slap the spinnerbait and we're gonna keep on going. Alrighty. We'll let this guy pass. Oh, I hope he's not going to the right. Where is he going? I'm a little confused. Might spook all those fish up in that corner, but we'll see. Yeah, that's right side might be a little spooked now. If I give it a few minutes, we should be good though. I'd assume most of these fish are so used to that by now. Wouldn't cause too much of an issue. Alright. The only time I usually don't fish this area is during the duck hunting season, and the hunting season's here. Just because it's the only time this place ever gets traffic, otherwise it is dead the rest of the year. But I thought I'd come out here. I mean, there's not too many people, that's the first one I've seen. I didn't see any other, I saw two other ones in the parking lot, so. I'd assume there's really only a few boats out here. I don't think that's that much of an issue. It is definitely the only time this place sees any traffic, is this time of year. Alright, let's get to this good spot and see if there's anything hungry. Usually this right side is just loaded with smallmouth. Alrighty. This usually works the best. Throw it in reverse and just have it moving straight. Why is it not working now? Is it dead? No way. Huh. It's interesting. Alright. Well, I guess paddling it is for right now. It'll be a fun paddle all the way back. We'll just keep making our way down here. I'm surprised it's dead. I think it was at like 12.4 volts when I launched today. That's alright. I'm just surprised it's dead. All right. Come here, buddy. Another little one. It's a fish, though. Ate it just so nicely. Definitely a gentleman. Alright, buddy, get right back in the water. There's a high amount of little bass over here. It's surprising. Usually there's just big smallmouth. I'm sure we'll run into those guys here soon. Thinking we're hopefully going to miss the storm. Doesn't look too bad right now. So if we get lucky, that would be awesome. Oh, that was stuck on that. Nice. Lost him. Guessing that was another largie. I've never had a problem with reels other than, not reels, rods other than this one. It loves to get hooked up at the top. I guess I am using, I think, 6 or 8 pound test. So it's fairly small, it'll probably get stuck up there quite a bit. Just hoping it doesn't fray my line. End up making me lose a couple fish, getting snapped off. Now we're at the spot that's usually got all the smallmouth. It's this little rock line here that goes from right there all the way down to all that algae up there. This little rock line with no weeds. There's usually quite a few smallies up in here that are always hungry to bite. Hopefully they're here today. Alright, check. Get out of there. Ooh, it's an ice bass. Oh, it's a pike. Ah, thought you were a nice bass. That's alright. Pop you out and get you right back down. It was actually giving me a fight. Made me think it was a bass for a second there. Usually, a lot of the smaller pike in here, half the time you don't even know they're on. They do not give you a fight at all. I'll take it. I will take it. Still wondering where these smallies are at. They sure are good at hiding. How are you twisted? There we go. See if there's another one here. Even those little pike though, and these little bass, on a light rod like this, they are just such a blast. Is it starting to rain? Might be. Should be fine. Hopefully. That was a little guy. My guess is little bass. Oh, it is starting to rain. I got no problem with a little sprinkle as long as it doesn't start getting bad. Is that thunder? Can't tell if it's the construction going on or if it's thunder. We'll see. If it starts to pour, we are gonna get out of here. I think we're gonna just barely miss it. I mean, it's almost not even sprinkling at all. You could feel it a little bit. Nothing crazy though. I think we should be fine. We'll see. I really do want to get up to this bridge. These two bridges up here are just loaded with fish. I think there's almost 100% chance of a fish at these next couple bridges. Usually you get a few at each bridge. We'll see. I think we're gonna miss the storm. We should be good. Starting out a little slow here. I'm really surprised we haven't seen any smallmouth yet. Usually, they love to be here. I suppose every day's different on the river. With the Mississippi River, you really never know what to expect. That is what's fun about it. It is always something different. Just when you think you've learned it, you go out there after catching 50 fish the day before, and you can't even find a single fish. Oh, he is on. He started running with it. I wasn't sure if he was on. Interesting. Largemouth. I am wondering where all the smallies are. I won't complain. I do like catching largemouth. They are always fun. But I would pick a smallmouth over a largemouth any day of the week. Oh, what the heck was that? I had another one on. He was running with it as well. Set the hook into him and he ran right towards the boat. Back-to-back casts. Can't go wrong with that. Maybe we found the fish. Felt like another fairly small fish. Was running towards the boat though, so who knows? I wonder if I'm spooking him by standing up. I mean, as soon as I sat down back to back casts, I had one on. That is a big thing when you're standing up. These fish can see you a lot better. I do catch a lot more sitting down, but it's just not as fun. I feel I have better control over my casts when I'm standing. This would be a good time for topwater during the rain. Let's try a topwater. What do we want to throw? I think I'll try a whopper. Since I'm guessing it's going to be mostly bass, I'm not going to worry about a leader right now. I'll just have to pray that it doesn't get bitten off. I think this is about as much rain as I'm hoping we're getting. I know we're supposed to get hit with something really crazy. Definitely the worst rainstorm we've had this year tonight. I just don't know when it's going to come. I'm going to have to check that weather right now. I'm getting a little bit worried. Let me make sure I don't give off my location here. Oh, we're perfect. We're gonna get a little bit of rain, and then after that it's gonna be just perfect. A little sprinkle to keep us cool today. We should be perfect after that. I don't think a little sprinkle is gonna hurt us too much. If anything, should be getting these big girls hungry. Smallmouth and a whopper plopper. That right there is a match made in heaven. This rain definitely is cold. Only thing I would be a little concerned about is my camera gear. None of it is waterproof at all. So if it gets bad, I'm gonna throw this kayak up on these rocks and we are gonna go sit in the truck for a little bit. Should be right over this edge is the truck, so. Let's see a big smallie. This rain isn't just cold, this rain is freezing. Holy cow, it is just freezing right now. Something's interested, isn't it? Only problem is that my lure, of course, is tangled. There's something down there that just surfaced. The problem is this lure is far from weedless. That was a fish. Definitely a smallmouth too. There's got to be something right there. Huh? I was right, there was something. Just not the something I wanted. just in case there's something on the screen. Shouldn't be, just in case. Last thing I want is to have a little water on the screen. I can't wait for a giant dogfish to just slobber this whole thing and I'll never see it again. I always hook the biggest fish when I don't have a leader. It's like they know. Those pike, I mean, anytime you throw on an expensive lure, they are just nice. They are just awesome at biting it right off. They know too, like they don't even mess with the cheap stuff. I'll throw out some cheap swim bait. They don't care. Even with the leader, they don't, nope, they are not gonna bite that. Then I just whip out this giant, expensive lure, running no swim bait, fishing bass, running no leader, fishing bass, and they will take their time to bite that one, that's for sure. Wish there was just less weeds. I know these fish want to eat topwater too. Especially during a time like this. They just can't resist. We'll chuck this around for a little bit. I really thought the rain was gonna just slow down. I'm not really good at this whole weather thing. We'll see. If it gets bad, we're gonna have to call it a day. If it stays like this, we should be good. I'm gonna check. I had to put the cameras away for just a second. It's maybe only been 5 or 10 minutes, but the storm is definitely picking up. We just got hit with a little bit more rain than I was expecting. So I just put the camera gear away for just a second so it didn't get ruined in the rain. I'm guessing it is gonna start getting a lot worse. So I'm not really too sure how much longer we're gonna be recording for, but we'll see. I really would like to end the day catching one last fish. It has been a little bit slower than I would have liked, but hey, we still caught some fish. I almost just threw that up on the bridge. We did catch some fish, and that of course is gonna be a success. Just hoping maybe we can get one more to end the day. That would be awesome. They're not really wanting the topwater too much right now. I'm gonna try throwing around this swim bait a little bit more, and I guess we'll just have to see. If the rain's really, really bad, we'll just have to call it. It's been kind of iffy. It's been bad, then it's been light, then it's been bad, then it's been light. Should be some fish over here. That had to have been a fish. I felt the little tap. I didn't see any swirls though. There's nothing there to get stuck on. There's a couple weeds, but I'm gonna think that was a fish. I'm surprised we haven't seen more. This is such a good spot. I'd like to go hit that other bridge. I am just a little bit worried with the weather right now. I don't want it to get really, really bad to where I'm getting stuck out here in a thunderstorm. We'll see. We'll stick it out for a little bit longer. If the rain picks up, we'll just have to call it. It's cold enough to where you can see your breath. Definitely got cold quick. Also, it's rain too, but see if there's anything over here. I'm just really liking the look of these bridges. Usually they're just filled with fish. I caught a nice 26-inch walleye right out in the front of this bridge here earlier this year during that good pre-spawn time. I'm not gonna get stuck on any of this stuff. We'll keep on moving. Seems like it might be dying down just a little bit to where we can get around here. Might go hit that other bridge and call it. It depends. I'm really hoping this rain dies down, but it's just so hard to tell. Alright, let's keep on moving down. At least the rain's not getting worse. I suppose that's a positive. I don't think we're too far from the bridge either. We might be a little ways, but nothing crazy. Wondering why I'm moving so slow. Usually I can move a lot faster in this kayak paddling. And the rain picked back up again. If my camera gear was waterproof, this would be a lot different, but it is absolutely not waterproof or rainproof. It's just kind of... Look at that guy right there. That was a little smallie. Really little one. Grabbed just the tail of it. Good sign though. There is some fish here, that's for sure. Okay, alright, yep, we're calling it. Something tells me this rain's just gonna pick up and get worse. Let's get out of here. Yep, okay. Just when I thought the rain was gonna be done. We're out of here. This is where things get really bad. Back to the bridge before we get stuck in a storm. Sorry to say, guys, but we're gonna be calling this an early video. I gotta paddle all the way back still. So, hope you guys did enjoy though. This is not entirely how I was hoping it would end. I didn't think we'd get hit with the rain for at least 3 hours, but then again, I usually never trust the weatherman. Guy's just never right. Hope you guys enjoyed though. I had a blast making this video. I completely consider it a success. This is my first ever uncut video. I just thought it'd be a good idea. I could fish some more normal lures and just have a good time. And yeah, we caught some fish. Fished 2 different rivers. And had a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. If you do like content like this, please let me know down in the description. Sorry, down in the comments. I'm not thinking right now. I'm just thinking about how I can get out of here the fastest without getting stuck in a storm. Yeah, like I said, if you guys like content like this, leave a comment down below. I'd love to make more. I mean, it's fun. I get to film the whole time and I don't have to be up all night editing a video. So it's basically a win-win. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much. And thank you so much for 85,000 subscribers on YouTube. Until I see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.